Hey.
I'm going to take it right back on over here. And why don't we talk about some movers? Let's start with XPeng. Those shares are rallying this morning after the company disclosed on social media that over 25,000 customers have pre-ordered its G6 model, and shares of Nio are also getting a boost. The company slashing prices on all of its models in China just days after reporting a worse than expected quarterly loss. Those XPeng shares in U.S. trading are higher by about 9.2% here. Interesting that they made this disclosure via social media here, but that's one that we're watching. And then Nio said that it was cutting prices on all of its models in China by $4,200. So we've got not just XPeng, but the other big China automaker in focus today.
Yeah, much of the pricing war continuing to move forward here. Of course, you think naturally about in the EV landscape what Tesla has had to do in all of the regions that it operates. And we focused a lot on some of the U.S. price action. But in China, that's been interesting to track how companies are going to need to try and make sure that even in this kind of growth phase or part of the cycle for electric vehicle adoption, even as more of the infrastructure is coming online, the market is so competitive in China, and Tesla, Nio, XPeng, and all of the like, they're going to be kind of pulling all the pricing levers possible, especially considering that on pricing, it's probably a different, as we've talked about in the past, strategy that they move forward with, given that many of them are not traditional dealerships that you're operating. It's just how do you move this forward through your website and pushing through some of the marketing mechanisms there. So I don't know. Pricing right now is going to be ever-changing, it seems.
Yeah, apparently the Chinese government has also started a campaign to boost the auto industry, to boost purchases and also to boost, in particular, electric vehicle or hybrid vehicle purchases as well. So we'll see what that does for the numbers for these companies. Right. It was interesting to see Li Auto not participate in that rally that we were just watching there. Not sure what's going on there. If they also came out with numbers, I'll have to check through it and see if we can see anything.
And since you mentioned the government side, I mean, the add-on there is that there is an increased mandate year over year as well to up the number of electric vehicles that are being produced. Now, that would more so impact some of the legacy automakers, internal combustion engines and so forth, that are now making that switch over. But for companies like a Nio and an XPeng that have their roots or history, at least brief as it may be compared to some of the others, in electric vehicle standards and battery standard, that'll be interesting to see how they, at the same time, are able to try to compete within that market for more sales here.